Live. Let me double check that with you.
Yes,
Yep.
we are live.
Yep, I can see that. Do you want me to post it in our Discord as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Alright.
So I already did like a post, but maybe you can
Yeah, just to
bring the
share the
link.
link. Yep.
Yeah, that would be great. We can hear you scrolling.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
So you're scrolling in the beat of the music, right?
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah. While I write this short announcement, maybe you can start saying something.
Yes, I
Alright,
can
cool.
do that.
I'm just gonna mute
Maybe-
myself for a little bit. Give me a few minutes, and then yep.
Okay, Bogan, it's fine. So I will start to say something. So first of all, guys, I wish you a fantastic start into that amazing Thursday. So I hope every one of you guys are doing great. And yeah, so today we are starting like with a kind of new format. So maybe some of you guys have seen that the last 2 weeks when we did this style of format with one of our artists, Cole. But now we decided to say like, hey, we want to show you some of our main guys, PFPs, people who worked and who work for the Plooshies, who are here every day in different positions. And yeah, Bogan had a lovely idea so that we are unrevealing the faces step by step. That means like when Bogan is ready and he posted it in our Discord, and we have some more people here to listen us and to show up. Then I will start with one of these guys, make a short introduction, and then you can see the face behind this amazing artist, community manager, content creator, guy for everything. Yeah. Really looking forward. So we are planning this space for around like 55 minutes. And then you can expect that like weekly. So that means like sometimes Bogan will be there with, for example, with Cooper, and they talk about like copywriting, or maybe Cole and Gwyn will be here together and they make a deep conversation about like 3D animations. Or there will be a discussion between Marley and me when we talk about like different topics. So that means like, hey, how is the startup working? What risk we have? What challenges we have every day? When it's hard to work with the boss. So some different topics, yeah. Or if we are going like into community building Web3, and we're doing more deep talk about Web3, about what happens right now. Why is the market not the easiest one right now? Of course, then Bogan, our legend, will be here. So most of them, he will host it together with me. Sometimes he will host it with one of the team members. And of course, there are some more people. So I try to convince my co-founder to be here one day. So sidekick Penelope. So he's a little bit shy, I would say. So he don't like it's not about like that he don't want to dox. It's more like he's not like he don't like public speaking. Even if he's such a sweet guy. So I've seen him in the morning, so he would perfectly fit here. But yeah, so and
You know,
then
I
we have
think we should do something like we did with Cole last week, right? So if we hit a certain amount of viewers, let's say today or in any other stream, it's like people clamoring, right? Like, I want to see who Sidekick Penelope is IRL. I would be very excited for people to get to know him a little bit more, because he just plays a pivotal role in the Plooshies. Like, he's just so important.
Of course.
So yeah, it will be really cool. We need to convince him, right? First.
Yeah, but before we do it, and before we say like, yeah, when we hit like 500 or 1,000 or 100,000 people, I have to talk with him, because like he would say like, yeah, that was not my bad, it was your bad. So I have to talk with him first. But yeah, I would say like, yeah, let's start.
Yo, Chin. Sorry, GM Chin. It's just, Dude, I just love this. Sorry that I interrupted you, but this is what I love about live streaming, right? Like you get to see people commenting, like in real time. Something that it's a bit different than spaces, and it's just like Victor was mentioning, right? Like even if it's a shitty market right now, it's like the perfect opportunity for you guys to, besides to resonate with the brand, with the plushies, etc. It's very important for us to get to know who we are. I mean, you are pretty familiar with Victor and myself, but we are very happy to introduce other really important team members. They have different skill sets. They're just very, very important to keep, to keep the wheel running in the plushies. And yeah, I would let Victor introduce every single one of them, and then they can talk about themselves and what they've been doing with the plushies. And yeah, we'll play like that.
Yeah, so this will be like more like it will be not like a scripted interview. It's more like an open talk. So our goal from that, what Bogan already said, is that you have like a face behind the PFPs, and that like the role in our team. What are they like responsible for? What are they working every day on? And also like see some personal facts behind the people. So I will make like a short introduction. I will make a short introduction now, and then you will see the faces, and then the people will tell something. So I will start with the legend who created the Plooshies like 18 months ago. So when Sidekick and I had the idea like 2 years ago in June 2022, and then we had the great pleasure to already work with Gwyn. Yeah, from there on, he started scratching first ideas about like how could a plushie could look like. And yeah, so now 2 years later, he's the main artist behind everything behind the plushie. So he is I would say the brain and behind these cute factor why we have these great IP. And Gwyn, now it's your turn to turn your camera on and bring your smiley face into the crowd here. So you just
wish we could have the drum roll effect, right?
Yeah, like yeah.
Let's fucking go. Welcome, sir.
We will do the applause.
Yeah, I know, right?
So the next one. So we are starting with we are going to the next artist. So I think like he revealed himself like yesterday after we hit the 333 viewers last week. So like Cole is one of our other artists who joins the team very, very early. So even if they both have a very cute face and they look like 20 each one, so I would say like Gwyn is the guy with a lot of experience, and I think like both of them are working really great together. And I really appreciate Cole that you're doing such a great work for us as well, and that you are part of the team. And so let's welcome Cole again. Like, yes.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, the second chat. So and then like I don't know, like 8 months or 10 months ago, so we started with our first internship. And yeah, so then I would start with Cooper. Cooper is also from Germany. And she started like, I think 10 or 11 months ago together with Mali and with other people and in our internship. And so I'm very, very proud that both of them are now a fully team member, and they are doing a lot of stuff where we will talk about. So let's welcome Cooper.
Let's go. Welcome, Cooper.
So say again?
Ditch just.
Huh?
Who said that though?
What was that?
Sure.
I think the streaming session on Twitter, and I think I played.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh my goodness, someone's hacking us! Holy shit!
So the first time, and then they hack us. So last
Yeah.
but not least, so I'm very proud that Mali joined also our internship like with Cooper in that time, and that she's a part of our team. So she's crazy. She's doing a lot of things where we will talk about. And so last but not least, give a warm applause to Marley.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's pretty amazing. So I was like a little bit shocked. Like I was like, oh my goodness, who is that? I was not sure if I heard everything right. What this guy or what happens there? But now I'm very confident. And I would say I will give the word first of all to the women in our team. Yeah, so I've learned that from my grandma. So Cooper, would be great if you make a short introduction about yourself.
Hi, I'm Cooper, and I started almost a year ago. I think it's 10 months now, for the Plooshies. Before I did worked as a freelancer in marketing, and yeah, I think that's mostly it. I'm living in Thailand normally, but just been to Germany to meet the team the first time and do some other stuff. So it's nice to be here live on the stream to see all the other faces too.
Perfect. So I will give the ball. So when I was a primary school teacher like 8 years ago, yeah. So every time if someone has the opportunity to talk, they have like a ball. So I will take the ball now to Marley and give it to you. So I would love to hear something about you, Marley.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Marley. I also started, like we said before, with Cooper like 10 months ago, working for the Plooshies. Before that, I mostly studied at university, and I've also worked here and there for different things, travel agencies and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. Right, and I live in Germany at the moment.
This is very important. Like every people who has a cat has a big chance to join our team because I love cats. So, and of course, Marley know that. Gwyn, so I will give the ball first to Cole because he's the younger guy, yeah, and then you will be the next people. Cole, I think like most of the people, knows you in the space, but I would say most of them haven't seen you, so now they know like how is it possible if someone is working in Web3 for like 15 years, but he's just like 20?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of randomly fell into Web3 in 2020, I think. I saw Dogecoin and bought some, and yeah.
And now
I put
you're
all
rich,
my money
right?
into Dogecoin. Yeah, I wish.
Now you're rich in experience, and then after a while you say like, okay, now I need something serious, and then we had the great opportunity to talk with you. I really appreciate that you're here. And I will give the ball to Gwyn. The brain behind the Plooshies.
Right. Yeah. So where do I start here?
So you can start like, hey, I'm Gwyn. I'm 25 years old. I'm doing that shit for like 25 years.
25. Yeah, right. We wish we were 25.
Yeah, I'm actually 36 years old, and I have a long experience with working in animation, illustration, and graphic design. And one day I met Victor here, and here we are.
Yeah, so that's true. So the great thing, even if we're in Web3, even if everyone is living in different countries all over the world, I already had the great pleasure to meeting you all in real IRL. So I think this is very important when you're looking for like a team who will build your vision in the long term, that you have like these like humanity, that you have the possibility to see like the people behind like the webcam. Yeah, this was a great pleasure the last 3 years that I had the possibility, and I'm looking forward to the next team events and like conventions. And I think I definitely have to come back to Indonesia. So I will do that latest next year. So then, yeah, hopefully, we can collect like new memories. So, but today it's not about. Today's we want to hear something about you guys. So first of all, thanks for your short introduction, and I would give the ball back to Cooper, and maybe you can tell us like what is your role into the Plooshies team, and just make some thoughts, ideas. How can I expect what you're doing, and what are you responsible for?
I would say it's mostly social media. So my daily tasks are planning things, texting, writing all the things for the Plooshies, most with the help of Mali. And but she's mostly there for the design part, so I'm here as the writer. Yeah, I think the cool thing is at the Plooshies, you're not only doing one thing, because when you have an idea, you can share it with the team, and then maybe there's a product or there's another campaign we can do and plan on. So it's not just doing the same thing all over again. It's very flexible and yeah, pretty interesting to do so many tasks.
So you would say like in good days it's very flexible, and in bad days you would say it's much, right?
Yeah, but it's always fun.
Okay, that's the most important thing. Mali, how would you describe the workflow between you and Cooper?
She's really cool to work with. Like we share ideas and then we go back and forth, and usually we agree, which is nice. If we don't agree, we usually find some sort of solution. And she's the one in the team that I talk with the most, I think. Definitely, like we go back and forth and try and find the best ways to do things.
So what would you say from a working perspective? What is like the difference between working like in a startup in comparison to like a normal B2B company? From your perspective, from your experience?
Like there's a lot more variety in the responsibilities, I would say. So there's just a lot more stuff, and just generally upfront, there was a lot more responsibility for things that I was very, very like excited to take on, I guess, because I could just bring my ideas, and usually we would find a way to realize it or not. But at least there was a way for me to really be a part of the creation process. And I think that's a big difference. Yeah, in comparison to what I've done in other companies, where I was just in some back office doing some research, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think this is very very important, like for people who like thinking about joining a startup, or like who always sitting on the B2B side, or thinking about starting something new. So every time, even I hope I said that like 10 months ago when we had our first like interview with all of you, then I said like, hey, there's a huge chance to join a startup, because you have the possibility to get a lot of responsibility very early. You can structure the way together with the team. But on the other side, it's not like a typical 9-to-5 job where you got like your normal salary, what you can see like in the Excel sheet, where so like, yeah, but this is my position, I got this. So because startup life is different, and I'm really happy that you both found the way and shape the future and shape the vision with the Plooshies. So Gwen, my next question is to you, and I think like this is very interesting for people who are already into the Plooshie ecosystem, but also maybe thinking about joining it. what project or what is your like main task right now? What are you working on?
So currently, I am working on planning out and fleshing out some of the first few, I should say, animations. Yes, that we're gonna have, and for Instagram mainly. Yeah. And so I work out with the team some ideas, stories, but my main task currently is with the animation and the overall visuals. And meanwhile, here Cole also works, in this case, works with assets, various assets needed for these animations.
So for like just as a short background information, so we started when we started with the Plooshies, we started with 2D on social media, and now after a while we decided, hey, we want to bring something like unique into the social media world, and then Marley kicks in my ass a lot of times, and she said me like, okay, this is not good enough, this is not good enough, this is not good enough. And then after the fourth times, like we had like together with Bogan, like a meeting, and we talked about several things. So what could be our USP? And of course, one of our main USPs is our IP, and is like how good Gwen is in creating these like short videos, animations, and then we decided to structure that the last several weeks, very intensively. And like I would say, like yesterday or the day before, I have seen like the first results. So Cooper and Mari were more responsible for like the personas, which character we want to use, what will be the storyline, etc. pp. And then now we are in the creative part, what Gwyn already said. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that shows the last weeks, as you said, Gwyn, that Cole is also like that. You both like working together on that. That we find a workflow that is more scalable. That we can onboard new people to that, and that we can bring like 2 to 4 like new reels in a week outside. So I'm expecting that in a realistic way starting in August, maybe at the middle of August, so like in 3-4 weeks. So there's no rush on it because the next like new star with social media is very important for the brand. I'm pretty excited about to see that. Cole, regarding that you're helping Gwyn with the topic on social media, what's your topic right now? So I've seen something yesterday. Maybe you can share some information what you are working right now on.
Aside from the assets for the videos, I'm
Yeah.
on the Olympics stuff.
Yes. Tell us about the Olympics.
So what it is?
Yeah, so maybe give them give us some insights, like what have you done yesterday in the streaming session? What are your next tasks on it? What was like the idea we spoke about? Like maybe like tell who will be part of the Olympics. Just some insight for people who never heard about that.
Yeah, so each week there's a few graphics to make for the Olympics, which will be basically an event where NFT communities will go up against each other and see who will get the gold medal for each sport. So
that's it.
Yesterday's streaming session was a surfing one, and then today I'm working on a swimming one. So yeah.
So yesterday, if I remember correct, it was a chubby corn, it was a seizen, and it were the buns, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the reason why Bogan is wearing a hoodie of chubby corn 80 right now. But yeah, so this makes so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm like I would say like, oh, this is cute. So I would say like, oh, I have the same one. So my co-founder sent it to me to my birthday.
Yeah, we all have the same one. At least the three of us, we have the same one.
Yeah, so maybe the next one we will have a chubby corn space. But what I want to adjust is like sometimes I'm like a child when I'm looking at our project management tool. So it's called Basecamp, where you can find like all tasks, where you can see who's working on several things, where you can see like, okay, what is the timeline, etc. And then when I open it, and then you can see the tickets. So, and then you see like screenshots of, or like somebody posted, like Cole posted it like a new static, and I say like, okay, this is the one for the opening ceremony. Then I'm like a small child. I say, oh my goodness, this looks so good, yeah. Or when you see like new trailers or new ideas like in storyboards, it's like it's pretty cool from my perspective, because I have like two left hands. I would never have the possibility to create something special like this, and then every time I'm very happy to see these those results. And some more background information, like in a nutshell about that. So as you already know, Plooshie Island will come very soon. So in Plooshie Island will be also NFTs. And everybody who joined the Plooshies at the very beginning in 2023, they know that before we minted, that people has the possibility for with mini games to get whitelist spots. And these times we're doing it in a different way. So as the most of the people know, the Olympic Games will start in August. So if you're looking in the television, they will tell you that the next Olympic Games will be hosted in Paris. But that's a lie. The next Olympic Games will be held on Plooshies Island. So, and there will be like 15 different nations. That means like 15 different NFT collections. And you have the possibility with quests, with comments, with art contests to get all these Plooshies Island whitelist spots. And we will start with that very soon. And then it will be like for 4 weeks. And if you're one of these guys who supporting your nation, you will have the possibility to get one of these whitelist spots. So coming to that is like my question, Bogan, and maybe it's a little bit like upfront question, but I think you're the guy who can answer that, Bogan. Is
Oh my goodness, the tension, dude! Like, just
no, like
the question, bro.
like I was not sure if I can say that, but why you think from your perspective, yeah? Why do you think why we are with the team, with the IP, with the vision, one of the best in the space?
I think it's a very interesting question, because it's never easy to find the perfect team members, right? I think there aren't that many teams in the space that can work together like so good. And you can see that in the results that they are putting, at least for Web3 on social media, right? So I think we have a very talented team, both like everything related to being creative, right? So we have two amazing 3D artists like Win and Cole, who for a very long time they were focusing on Plooshies Island, because we needed them to create a bunch of assets. They were having a bunch of different combos with the gaming devs. So it took them a lot of time, right? So now that we figured, okay, we need to change our social media strategy, something that we discussed both with Molly and Koopa, because we weren't hitting our targets. We were focusing on 2D because, relatively speaking, it's very easy to scale that up. But that's not who we are. That's not the essence of the Plooshies. The essence and one of the biggest USPs is our 3D art. Like, people, every time they see something that's, that we're gonna announce or whatever, we always announce that with a banger, right? Like, whether that be animation, whether that be beautiful storytelling, but 3D art is at the very center of it. So now that we have pretty much finished Plooshies Island, it's done. We're just, refining a few things here and there. This is just part of gaming development, but now that we have, again, Win and Cole focusing on the stuff that we can bring to social media, and then we have the big brains of Cooper and Molly kind of like figuring out the best ways to revamp a whole social media strategy, is just perfect. And what I would say though is, because the community needs to see something. The community needs to feel that attachment to what we're doing, like whether that be on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. They need to see something, right? So I think having them here, like the four of them, it's just letting people know, okay, we are really focusing on this stuff. They are very good at what they do, and you're gonna see an entirely different face of the Plooshies at least on social media, right? Like those two channels that we need to be better at it, right? Like 3D art is just it's a USP. We have this cute IP, the cute meta. We've seen. I always mention this, but I always shout out to Clinosaurs how they've been doing it, because that's also 3D art. Even if they're on Solana, like they've done incredibly well. You even had a combo IRL, Victor, with them and Luca at NFT NYC. So yeah, I mean, it's never easy to find the perfect team, but once everyone know what to do, everyone just, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, maybe I'm gonna do a little bit extra, maybe I'm gonna do all this other stuff. So it's great. I mean, it's been great. All of us, we've been working together for so long. We somehow understand each other now, how everyone works, and that's great. It's just finding that perfect balance, and I feel like, and I even mentioned this. I don't know if it was in the spaces yesterday or this week, but it was yesterday. One of the things that, because I've been in the space for quite some time, helping other projects, etc., but never as full time as I am with the Plooshies, right? And one of the things that really killed projects from 2021, 2022, it was poor project management. If you don't have that, if you don't have even your vision as well, it's very likely that your project will fail, because it's something it's something so simple but yet so difficult to achieve, right? It's project management, and that really killed a lot of projects that I saw in 2021, 2022, or that I was even trying to help them a little bit. And I don't see that here. I don't see that with the Plooshies. There's a bunch of commitment from every single one of us to make this a very successful brand, not just here in Web3 but also in Web2.
Thank you for that. For that great answer. I would say, like, there are a lot of things what I also would say if you would ask me that question. I think one of the most important things what you say, like, is organization and structure. That's one of the main topics when you're building a brand, when you're starting from like an idea to like a product, and then going to that and building a brand. So this is so important. And one other fact, what is also important is what you mentioned is the team. So when you look at statistics, 9 of 10 startups failed after the first year because of the team. Because, like, if you have a founder, like, after a year, they say, like, oh, my expectation was after a year we are millionaires, or I don't want to work so much, or why we are working every weekend. So this is one other reason. And in Web3, it's completely different. So a year looks like or feels like sometimes like 5 years or 6 years. So this is one reason why I'm very happy that you guys have now the possibility to look behind the scenes, that you can see, like, hey, they're real faces. They're really lovely guys, and they are very good in that what they're doing. So now we talked, like, the last 30 minutes a lot about, like, hi, what are you working on? Why we are so good at the team. So I want to use this time also to find something out about you, like when I started like weeks ago about my Victor the Viking channel, and when I interviewed guys, so find out some personal things. But before we go into that, Gwen, I have one question. I'm not sure if you remember, but when I was in Indonesia second time, then we tried something out, and then we are discussed the name. Like, finding the right name for your project is so important. So, and it's not like, oh, I like the name and we're doing that. So when you're looking for brand and you're building a new company, so then you have like ideas of names. So, and then the second thing is then you have to check in different register if the name is still possible. So if you have the allowance to use that name. And the third thing is then you have to check all social medias if the name is still possible to use. So, and after that we had like 2 or 3 different names to choose. And then, Gwen, can you remember what happened and why we choose for the Plooshies? If yes, it would be great to hear that story.
So I was having a call with Victor here, and it was regarding a plush toy in the based on Penelope, right? So I thought I offered Victor here that, hey, we've got people here, who can design a prototype. So we got it. It gets sent in, and oh my goodness, it looked ugly. Anyway, it was ugly. It was a bad choice, I guess. But and it was on phone, and the video was playing, and while I was showing it to Victor here, my daughter walked past and saw it, and she's like, "Oh my God, a Plooshies!" And right there on, Victor went like, "Plooshies. Okay, that's an interesting way to call it, with O. Why don't we use this, right? I mean, I guess it worked, yeah."
So your daughter is responsible for the name, and then we looked up like it's Plooshies, and some people use it in different ways, and then we say the Plooshies. In regarding to, then we look like which companies, which brands use like a the before the name, and then there was one thing what was in my head was The Simpsons, yeah. So, and from there on, I said like, hey, if The Simpsons use the before the name, then the Plooshies can do the same, right? So that was the reason why we decided for the Plooshies. And every time if I say that to people, I keep smiling because I have the video in like before my eyes, because really this plush toy was it was like, oh my goodness, yeah, it looks like Arnold the football guy. This is like an animation series in Germany, and the head of the plushie was like this tall, and then there was like a small body, yeah, and there was a lot of plastic around that, and they open it, and then they said, oh my goodness, that's so cute, the plushie. And then it was like, oh my goodness, if this is a reaction with a cute plush toy, this is our brand name, yeah. So, and from there on, it started. So I love that story because it's true, and I'm pretty happy to show that first plush toy once. So after people know your face, because we took a picture together in Indonesia with this plush toy, yeah. And when we launch our first good plush toys, I think it would be great to see the side-by-side picture from like this was the first try and this is our first product. So yeah, thank you for sharing that story about the name. So
yeah, we have it right here. It's still right here, ready.
You have the plush toy right here?
The plush. I have to search in my daughter's bedroom first, but it's here, house. So it's ready whenever you need it.
Okay, perfect. So maybe we can use that next time. So yeah, thanks for sharing. I just want to like there's work and then there's like free time, yeah. So and maybe some people are also interesting. So some people already know like that I like sports, yeah. That I like when you're not creating or copywriting things for us, Cooper. What are you doing like, especially in your free time?
For me, it's mostly meeting friends, especially when I'm visiting friends here in Germany. When I'm back in Thailand, I spend the most of the time at the beach. I think that's my daily activity I always do. Yeah, and stand-up paddling is the thing I discovered. Yeah, and I do it quite regularly now.
I guess if I would living in Thailand, one of my hobbies would be like drinking fresh coconut every day.
And movies.
I really love that so much. Mali, when you have free time, do you like movies? And if so, what would you say? Like, what was your or what is your favorite one?
Yes, I would say I like movies in general. I think I like series more, like TV shows that go on. I really like Korean dramas a lot. I know that's very cheesy, but that's really cool and I like it. Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite Korean drama. They're all really good. Every time I watch it, I think this is my new favorite one. You have to watch K-dramas to understand it, I guess. Yeah, that's probably it. In terms of movies, I used to be really into superhero Marvel movies. I haven't really caught up on that recently, but yeah, those are also. I used to like The Winter Soldier a lot. The one that was one of my favorite movies at some point. But yeah, yep.
So I have enough drama at home, so I don't need it in television. So what about you, Cole? You're more like a TV guy or like a drama Netflix guy?
My favorite movies are just like animated ones, like
Oh,
Wally.
Wally. Yeah, this is one of the cutest animation movies, I would say. So yesterday, Mali, maybe you can help me with that German word because I don't know it. But yesterday I have to fill out a Steckbrief.
Yeah, that's one of my like trauma words. I have no idea. I had to say it in English at like a presentation in 6th grade, and I never found out what the name is. I don't think it exists, but like just a sheet of information.
Yeah. So this is crazy because I didn't know that. Sorry for that. Yeah. So yesterday I had to fill out some information about myself, like in a one-pager, because I decided to start playing soccer again. I think this is the wrong word, like football, right? So to playing football again. And then they asked me, what is your favorite movie? And I say, Finding Nemo. So I think this is like every time if I'm thinking about it, this is a really great animation. But Wall-E, I would place it on second or third. Gwyn, what about you? You're like more like in drama, in K-pop, in television, or like I guess you will say I have no time for that because I'm doing every day 24/7 for Plooshies.
Okay, I'll tell you. So if I have to choose one, just one, it was the original Ridley Scott movie, Alien, 1979.
Wow. So
Yeah,
like
that movie is
most of the people who listen say 1997, I was not born.
Especially
No.
Cole. He's like, what is that?
I don't know. You've probably seen it. But have you all seen a movie where there's an alien with no eyes, with very elongated head, and a second mouth?
Yeah, I remember
Come on.
that. Yeah, I've seen that. I remember that for sure. It's a great movie. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
of course I know Ridley Scott. So I'm thinking about, because every time I watch a movie, I forgot very fast about that. Sometimes it happens to me, like not yet, but like 10 years ago. I was in a cinema, and at the end of the movie, I said, "Oh, I think I know I already know the movie." So I'm really bad with like memories about that. But yeah, Ridley Scott is a good one.
I mean, he created Gladiator, and we're gonna see Gladiator 2. I think, I don't know if later this year or next year, but yeah, he's fucking brilliant.
I think I had to analyze the Ridley Scott Alien movie for university at one point. I had to watch it a lot.
Oh wow.
Really? So you can send us the summary, right? So everybody who is like interested in that, just DM Mali, and she will give you the answer why Gwyn choose this movie, and why is this favorite one on that. So going back to the work in the team, not just about like what you're working on or what is your like favorite topic in your free time. Bogan, maybe you can, because like we both worked like in a very close way the last months, and you were one of the first guys who started as a community member, and then you worked like a snake. Yeah, you said like, yes, I can secure Discord, then I can talk with people, and then I will I will snake around your leg, and now I'm here. Yeah. So, what would you say in the last 1.5 year? What you love most to work with the team on the Plooshies?
Oh, mate, there's just too many things. I think we would be staying here for the next 30 minutes. But what I would say though is, first of all, the opportunity to be working in the success of a startup company like the Plooshies, where I needed to know that you guys were building for good reasons, right? So I think I've always told this story, but the first time that I got introduced to the Plooshies, of course, with the beautiful animation that Win created, etc., then I became a community member, and then yes, I offered my services for free. By the way, that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna help you revamp your Discord, try to help you with a little bit of community building. But I just want to do that for free because we have a bunch of friends in common from the Pudgy Penguins community, I think from the Lucky Zeros community, from Chobi Carns. And I'm like, I like you guys, so I'm just going to do that for free. If later on you can see that I can bring something else to the table, then of course we can discuss that. But then we had our first conversation that lasted for 2 hours, I reckon. And that's when I knew, okay, these guys are here for the right reasons, and I want to be part of it. I want to help you guys with the skill sets that I've acquired for the past 3 or 4 years in the space, and see where we can go. And then obviously, I mean, because it's the nature of a startup company, it's a small team. Then slowly you can grow that depending on the funds that you have available and at your disposal. But it's just been great, right? Because you get to see how you can help build something like the vision that you guys have, even before we minted the project. So once you get to align yourself with the values of the company, with the people that are working in the company, then you can see where you can fit in. And then for me, like learning from you guys, I mean, especially from you, because we have a bunch of, Victor, like calls, and with Penelope as well, like learning from people who have done something incredibly successful in Web 2, that then they can bring that knowledge here to Web 3, and even the ideas that you guys were putting as OG Pudgy Penguins in 2021 with the storytelling that wasn't even part of the Pudgy Penguins back then, but you introduced that, and the OG Penguins remember that, right? So learning from that, it's a learning curve, and with the stuff that I bring as well. So for me, it's just been fantastic, from business development, from social media, from marketing, from then later on from gaming development, from having a bunch of different combos with potential partners, pretty much share the vision of the Plooshies, right? So there comes a time that both of our brains, and it's something that you were saying to me, right? Like both of our brains need to align, need to work as one. So when you have to go here without me, you can share the vision of the Plooshies, right? So obviously getting to know us on a personal level, I got the opportunity to spend some time with you in Germany, and then just work together like literally 24/7. It's just one of those things that it's just been fantastic. It's been quite the journey for the past almost 18 months or so, or maybe a little bit longer than that. So yeah, it's been great. And then obviously getting to know the existing team members, new team members, helping them out, learning from them too. It's just been great. Like honestly, it's just been great. And then we can see how, for a project that minted back in the middle of bear market, right, in 2023, that we minted at 0.03 ETH, and then we're sitting at 0.2 more or less. Even if it's a shitty market, the people understood the vision, they trust the team, and that's why I think now it's important, because yes, it's still kind of like a shit market, a bear market, but if people get to see the people who are behind the team and doing this and that, and understanding who these people are and why they're here for the right reasons. They want to build something incredibly amazing with the Plooshies, where we have so many verticals, right? Like we have the gaming component with Plooshy Island, and our mini games and our upcoming mobile games too. But we also have storytelling and animation and a beautiful 3D art, right? And then we have empowering the community with the Plooshies. Then we have a bunch of friends here in Web3, also in Web2, that also want to support the brand and want to push the brand. So there's just too many things, right? That it just makes it right. It's just a feel good brand. And when we say it's a feel good brand, we wanted to make this a global love brand as well. You need to understand that we are also reflecting that as a team, right? We need to exude that confidence and trust, and we're friendly people. We're here to build for the right reasons.
Most of the time.
Yeah, we're very knowledgeable as well. If not, we rely on people who know so much more than us, right? So yeah, it's just, for me, this past 18 months has been fantastic, learning a lot, a bunch of ups and downs, because we've had those ups and downs with the community, with the team, with the partners that we had, etc. But we're still here. We truly believe in what we're building, the vision. It takes time, obviously, but I think our existing community understands that. And obviously, when we welcome new community members, it's just fantastic. Like, the core community members will be there welcoming them. They're super helpful. So yeah, it's just been great. I think it's been, like I said, quite the journey, a beautiful experience, and we're still here, right? Like, we're still learning, we're still doing a bunch of stuff. So
I think this is one of the most important things, what you mentioned, that we are still here, and that we will still here in the next months, and also the months after the next months. Because our vision is huge, and so I appreciate all of you guys. You're building together with us. Something very special in this space. I believe in that 200 million%. And if I look at the left side, I see the time is ticking. And so I would love to ask you all like a last question. And Cole, because you're on my right side, I would start with you, because I remember that we met first time in Munich together when you joined with your friend. So maybe you can share what was your maybe memorable, like your favorite memory on that weekend.
Oh man, that was a great weekend. That was probably my favorite vacation I've ever been on, to be honest. So the whole trip was good, yeah. And I really liked Germany. First time being in Germany.
So what you enjoyed more, the huge pizza or the large beer?
Probably the beer.
Probably the beer. Yeah, I think the first time that we meet was like in L'Osteria. This is like a chain in Germany where you can order like very large pizzas. Yeah, and then we had this community event together with the Pudgies. And I really enjoyed that. So this was great. So so maybe I'm already in the discussions with Berko. So I have to go deeper into that. Maybe we're doing that again this year, and then we have the choice, and we have the possibility to salute again.
I think we should do it again. Like, I keep getting DMs, at least from people who attended Oktoberfest last year, or people who saw the pictures, and because then you became the MVP the next month, right? As a project, because they saw like all the effort that you put into organizing this whole shit. Like, it was impressive. Like, people love it. Like, we were all voting for Victor the Viking, and so people are kind of waiting. Like, we keep saying the Plooshies, European market, German market. We're based in Germany. Oktoberfest has to happen again with our friends from Project Penguins Europe. And like I said, I keep getting those DMs. Hey, are you guys gonna do Oktoberfest? I want to go. I want to see you guys again. And it would be pretty epic to see like that progress, right? When we met them, right? Late September last year, and then it's gonna be more than a year after that, and then by September, Plooshies Island, the Island Mint, revamping our social media strategy, a bunch of different new content. Then obviously with our upcoming token too, with Cuddles, or a bunch of different things, right? So it's exciting. It will be exciting, and obviously it's always nice to see our Project Penguin friends.
Yeah, definitely. Gwen, so first of all, like I know it's late on your side. Thanks for being here. Even if I know that you never sleep, but nobody else know that. So I can say like it's close to midnight at your town. When from your experience as a 3D animator creator, like with your work experience for more than like 15 or 20 years now, what are you loving most? When I call you, like say, hey Gwen, you have free time, so you can create everything what you want for the Plooshies. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, when are you happy when you can do that? Is it more like the animation stuff? Is more like the static stuff? Do you like working on something different? What is your favorite part in animation?
Oh, that is hard to say, because when we talk about art, that's just my passion. So it doesn't matter what part you're doing. Like for me, it's great. You know, maybe some technical stuff. Certain things that very repetitive. Uh, but like in general, I like them all. I like illustrations. I like animations, both 2D and 3D. And I don't know, even when my free time, I can't help myself but just check out some new tech or new ways of doing things, anything related to art.
You know what I love most on your answer is that every time if I see that you create something, I exactly see what you have said, and that's the passion thing. Yeah. So I'm 100% sure people, and this was one of the most like arguments I had with Marley in the last 3 months. Every time if we try to onboard like new people and doing like some socials, and it was not from you or from Cole, yeah, she said like, this is okay-ish, but I couldn't see the passion. I couldn't feel it. So, and that's exactly what is our goal, that when people see animations around our IP with the Plooshies, that they can feel the passion, that it's not like a job what you're doing, that is that what you want to do, and that you want to bring people exactly these emotions in that moment. Yeah. And I think this is one of the most important things if you are building a global brand, and if you want to make people happy around the globe, and if you want to inspire them, motivate them, and just give them a small thing of cuteness. Yeah. And that's one of our biggest USPs we have, because as I said to you every time, you are a really goat. Yeah. So you're a really genius in that what you're doing. And this is so special for me. This is so special for a lot of people. And I think this will help us to grow in the next coming weeks and months with those social media a lot in the whole process. What we said from the storyboard in working together with Cole. So with Marley and Cooper, and then I give my 1%, Bogan give his 1%, Sidekick Penelope give 1%, and then this is teamwork, and then everybody, I'm 100% sure they can see, and the most important thing, they can feel your passion or the passion behind our IP, and that's beautiful. So thank you for that, really, thank you for that, and most of the time I'm really happy, and if not, then I'm just looking at the animations. Yeah, kudos to you and to Cole. And before we come into the last questions to Cooper and to Marley, just letting you know that this is a journey. And even if I said that 18 months ago, I think this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. And the marathon ends not building a brand after 18 months, yeah? So I know patient is something what is not the, I would say, the top things in Web3. But I'm believing in that people see after a while for which reasons we are here. And the reason why we are here is to stay and to steadily grow and do the next steps, even in a not so easy market. That's why I'm very, very optimistic and positive about the future, even if you look at the sky right now and it's very, very dark. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the clouds will go there one day, and then the Plooshies will shine. Yeah, because we are working for that every day, really hard, and we are loving what we do, and this is the secret behind. Yeah, you have to do everything with passion, and people have to see that and have to feel it. So, Cooper, my question, my last question to you is, what topic or what thing you're working on is the most interesting one, why you are so bullish right now? So maybe you can give me some insights in your thoughts.
I think that's hard because at the moment I think it's definitely the Olympics. It's a really nice idea with all the visuals we just prepared today with the ideas we had and let Co know. So I think that's one thing I really like. So it's very creative. And then it's mostly the Medium articles. So that's something where I have the feeling I can go deeper with all the information we have because there's so much to tell about the Plooshies. And yeah, that's just the right place to publish it.
Yeah, so this was a great idea. It comes also from the communities. I know that Trading Joker was pushing that very hard. They say like, hey guys, you said something about do it on Medium. I want to have this information. And every time if I read it by myself to see like, because I have to understand it, and I say like, okay, I will read the Medium article. No, just kidding. But I think this is very helpful. Even after a while, after a year, 2 years, there are so many different topics, so many different events. And then it's really hard to find that on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever. So you need a place where people from outside can see what you have achieved so far in the past and what you're also working on for the future. And I think Medium is a great space where you can find that. So last but not least, Mali, you have the last word. So maybe you want to say something, give like a hint what people can expect, or just to summarize something from your side. You are the guy with the last word, and I will say before I give the word to you, yeah, thanks for listening, and we will do that much more often in the future. And yeah, thanks for joining in.
Okay, that's a lot of pressure.
Wait, we can do like Bogan, we can do like this.
Oh no.
Are you ready? No, just kidding. Go for it.
Yeah, I think like everything we've said in this stream, I think what's to come is really exciting. I'm really excited to be a part of it. The new Instagram content, I'm very excited for. The Olympic Games, it sounds really interesting what we've planned. Hopefully it works out the way we've planned. I love the streams with Cole, though they're really cozy, so you should definitely all watch them every week. That's really cool vibe. Yeah, generally speaking, I just really I'm really excited and really kind of proud and happy to be part of this and everything that's coming in the next few months, weeks, who knows, is really exciting, and everybody should be really excited about that. And yeah, I guess that's my closing word. I'm not good with spontaneous words, but here they are.
No, I really like them. Yeah, that is, I would just adjust, like, I'm very, very bullish about Cuddle. Yeah, Cuddle is also coming very soon. We will start a private round in the next 2 weeks as well. So seed round is like closed. Yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, looking forward to see you guys here. Bogan, is today poker?
Yes, sir. Yes, like every Thursday we play poker. We've been doing this with our friends and partners from Seeding. So we get people from their community and our community, just, playing poker. We know, I mean, we're in Web3, so pretty much a lot of us love to gamble. So obviously poker is one of those things that people truly enjoy. It's been great. We've been doing this for quite some time, pretty much the same time that we've been doing these streaming sessions with Cole, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
now that other people know, right? Because we're giving Plooshy points for a very, very long time. I kept telling these guys, "Oi, PPR is the alpha. Just trust me on this." And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you play poker, you get Plooshy points. Even if you don't win, you're gonna get Plooshy points. I mean, just play poker with us, have fun, try to win. Top 3 get more Plooshy points, obviously. But yeah, that's today. Thursday, every Thursday at, well, it starts in 4 hours. But yeah, if you want to join our Discord, and if you're not part of our Discord, just join our Discord. You can check the instructions in the poker channel, and yeah, we'll see you in 4 hours. By the way, I see Cooper always joins those poker nights, and she's really good. Like, she's one of the best Plooshy poker players, I would say.
So
Don't put so much pressure on me.
I've been watching those YouTube tutorials too, like I promised. Someday I will join as well.
I mean, you can always ask Cooper, yeah? Like, she's really good.
Guys, so everyone is welcome. Just join our Discord, and then you can be a part of the poker tournament today evening. Thank you very much for listening, to spend the time with us, and always remember, the sky's the limit. Have a nice one, and see you very soon. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Cheers. See ya.